In this section, we will talk about the cutaneous receptors. The skin is composed of two layers, the epidermis and the dermis. The artist has dramatically indicated these two layers by separating the epidermis from the dermis in one location. The epidermis is stratified squamous epithelium, in which cells become keratinized as they rise to the surface. Once at the surface, the dead cells are shed from the skin. The dermis is a thick connective tissue layer, the deepest layer of epidermis, and the entire dermis layer contains cutaneous receptors, which make the skin sensitive to touch, pressure, pain, and temperature, means for warmth and cold. These tiny receptors are scattered all throughout the dermis, as you can determine by slowly passing a metal probe over your skin. At certain points, you'll feel touch or pressure, and at others, you'll feel heat or cold, depending on the probe's temperature. 3 types of cutaneous receptors are sensitive to fine touch, like the gentle brush of a fingertip across your cheek. Meissner corpuscles are concentrated in the dermal papillary layer of hairless skin, such as fingertips, palms, lips, tongue, nipples, the penis, and the clitoris, which is the female sexual organ. Merkel discs are found in the deepest epidermal layer, where the epidermis meets the dermis. A root hair plexus winds around the base of a hair follicle and signals if the hair is touched. The 3 different types of cutaneous receptors that are sensitive to pressure are Pacinian corpuscles, Ruffini endings, and Krauss end bulbs. Pacinian corpuscles are onion-shaped sensory receptors that lie deep inside the dermis. Ruffini endings can be found in the dermis and hypodermis, and in joint capsules as well. And its end bulbs are encapsulated by sheaths of connective tissue and contain lacy networks of nerve fibers. Krauss end bulbs are located in the superficial layers of the dermis, and its end bulbs are encapsulated by sheaths of connective tissue and contain lacy networks of nerve fibers. The skin's temperature receptors are simply free nerve endings in the superficial dermis and epidermis. Some free nerve endings are responsive to cold. Others are responsive to warmth. Cold receptors are far more numerous than warmth receptors, but the 2 types have no known structural differences. As you've discovered, each type of receptor described in this section has a well-defined function. However, research continues to show that receptors may respond to more than one sensation. For example, microscopic examination of the skin of the ear shows only free nerve endings, which function as pain receptors. But, as you know from everyday life, the skin of the ear responds to all sensations, such as temperature, fine touch, pressure, and so on. Therefore, it appears that the skin receptors are somewhat, but not completely, specialized. So this was all about this section. In our next section, we will talk about the pain receptors.
Explore our extensive library of over 1,800 video lectures to learn about a wide range of topics. Only on sqadia.com.